The phone overheating. So I'm gonna bring this full circle. That's why it's imperative for me to remain a vessel, to remain a tool, not misused, but to be used. Because I have a voice and I love music. I've been writing my whole life because I didn't have anybody to talk to. So I started writing. After I learned how to write a paragraph, I couldn't stop writing. When I was taught how to write, it was just basic writing. But when I was learning poetry, and then we had to write our own poetry, and we had to learn how to write a poem, we had to learn how to write a paragraph, and we had to learn how to use the paragraph to write an essay. I was handed in, they said write 4 pages, I was handed in 10. They said write a 6-page essay, I couldn't stop writing. I can't stop writing. I write in my head, forget what I wrote in my head, forget what I said in my head. That's why it's hard for me to freestyle, because I be thinking so much. But I need somebody that's gonna be strong-willed, not just in the, spoken sense, but in the spiritual sense. I need somebody that's in tune, not in the spoken sense, but in the spiritual sense, and in the physical sense too, because if you're not in tune physically, you got no rhythm. You be sexy walking like a white girl. But I need somebody that I could really build. I don't need somebody that I could really build. I would love somebody that I could really build with, like a genuine friendship that builds into something. And while we being friends, getting to know each other, knowing each other's, knowing each other's triggers and not pulling them, knowing each other's buttons and not pushing them, knowing each other's flaws and encouraging each other to turn them into flawlessness, knowing that imperfection is perfection, but perfection is the aim, though it's not going to be perfect. The aim is the finish. That is the perfection. So perfection isn't the visuals. The perfection is the fact that it's done. That is the perfection. The fact that life is, that's the perfection. Because life is imperfect and life is unfair. And in that imperfect unfairness is the perfection of life, because you can choose. And you have the ability. You have the ability to choose. That's why when people do what they do, I don't look for a closure, because if I'm able to, that's why my late friend taught me what his boss taught him. Don't ever give anybody the benefit of the doubt. Don't ever give anybody that much power over you. Don't ever give anybody that much power. The benefit of the doubt is going to let you down. It's not going to give them credit. It's going to give them leeway to continue to let you down. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And while you're saying I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, it's wrong. So I need to stop going against what I know for the benefit of the doubt, and stop doubting myself. Because I don't do this shit for clout. I do it for the wealth. And I'm wealthier without all of the physical and anything on the shelf. Without a word of a doubt. I'm a state of myself. And I ain't never gonna doubt the words I say to myself. because it ain't never a doubt.